Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in on my channel, Creating in the Waiting. So I had a project started, Tarzan. I showed you guys a little bit of that the other day. However, I got the little golden book in and I was not happy with it. For starters, it was scribbled all in, which is fine. It makes things interesting. I paid $12 for it though on Amazon. And it was one of those rare little golden books. This is only the second one that I have come across that is done this way. But whenever I removed the signature, it wasn't two, it was one. So I would lose the story. It wouldn't still be flowing. And I really like it to be two signatures with the story flowing to where, meaning you can still read the story and it makes sense. I don't lose any pages. So I'm sending that back and I am waiting on another Tarzan to come in. It's a different cover. So I'm hoping, and I got it off thrift books for like $6. And I liked this cover better initially, but I was like in a huge hurry to get the little golden book, but I still had to wait almost a week for it. Anyway, I'm waiting for that other one to come in. So I am going to be making two slimline journals, and I thought that we would do the covers or, the bases together. And here I've just been working on ephemera. So I printed this background image onto the guest checks. I put the quotes on there that I wanted for each journal, and I sewed around the edges. I lost the library card and I don't know how. It jumped off my desk, I guess. But I made one for this one also, and it says, "Be patient with yourself, and nothing blooms all year." It looks like this. I'm not going to use this one though, because it's off center. So, I'll just keep that over here until I have the courage to throw it away. And then this one goes with this, and it says, "Take time to do what makes your soul happy." So these are blank. I printed the floral little background onto it, and then I put the quote on, so I run it through my printer twice. I'm going to back it with tea stain paper and sew around the edges. So this is what we're working on, and I'm thinking about taking this vintage wallpaper, embossing it, and doing like a little belly band with it with Velcro to where like it pulls up and you can write on the back of it. So that's what I am hoping to do there. So let's go ahead and set this stuff to the side. See, I'm even missing a hairpin. So wherever that hairpin is, my library card is. I'm not going to make another one because I know it's going to appear somewhere. So I'm going to take 4 envelopes, 2 for one base, 2 for another base, and we are going to go ahead and get busy. I am working with Life's Ever After kit on both of these. One is Nuetral Blooms and one is Summer Blossoms. I do believe that that's what it's called. I will link both of those in the description box below. Y'all check out her shop. It's awesome. So I have already started printing all of my pages. This actually is from Flutterfly, this one digi. I wanted an image, so I chose this one because it matched pretty well with the kit, but that's Life Ever After also. So when you check out her shop, that one print is from there. Now these are in no particular order. I am going to emboss this. This is craft paper. It's not straw paper. And then I have my stencil paper, and I've already printed my doily, my glassine sack, all that good business. And then I took this image from her digital and I printed it onto this ledger paper, and I am going to be mark making. So these so far are my papers. I also have a fun game sheet, of course a music sheet. I'm going to be incorporating maybe a book page, but it'll be just over, oh, and then I have this cotton paper. Okay, so these are the things that I'm going to go with on this, on that one. So that's what that is going to be looking like. Oh, and here's my doily. It's going to go in the center. So I printed this portion of the digital onto the doily. Oh, here it is. So there's that, and then my glassine sack for that. I told y'all, and it was with my hairpin. Okay, so this is what I'm going to cover my base with on the Summer Blossom one. This is another neutral one. So that other one's sold, but I I felt like a lot of people liked it. I liked it as well. And I did want to offer it in my group as a raffle. So I am making another one to give other people the opportunity to play and win it. So, and any excuse to use that kit, I swear. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pause and I will be right back. I'm going to cut the edges off of this. Okay, and I had this piece left over from, honestly, I don't even know why. I think I had made, yeah, so I made a doily pocket, and since I do like to strengthen those with paper, part of the paper went into that. So that is going to be for that one. So let's go ahead and glue our envelopes together. These are just regular security envelopes. I do like them because they're not flimsy. So I really like these, and I get them for like $2 for like a box of 50 at my local HEB. It's a grocery store that is here in Texas. So that's where I get these from. Okay. And it takes 2 envelopes to make a single signature, and it takes 5 to make a flip-flop. So I do have tutorials, of course, on my channel putting the base for a flip-flop together if you're interested in that. Be warned, they're highly addictive. But I'm just really liking these slim lines right now, even though they're both a slim line. Give me a second as I line this up. And I'm just going to glue this shut. I don't remember what I was saying. They're both slim lines, but I didn't feel like really tackling a flip-flop right now. I just wanted to do these 2 singles because, again, I still am waiting on that Tarzan book to come in because I have so much invested in this Tarzan already. I am not willing to just be like, oh, okay, whatever. I even thought about doing the taking one pocket out because it has Tarzan and Jane on it, and then removing the 2 paper pad papers with the doily centers that are obviously Tarzan out, and then replacing those with Peter Pan or the Jungle Book, and then just using it, and honestly Jungle Book, and then just using it, those pages for the Jungle Book, and then making everything else Jungle Book related, guest checks, all that good stuff. But I'm just gonna wait on the Tarzan because it is the African Safari on the digital that I use to incorporate stuff. So it just matches Tarzan way too good. And I would probably want something different for the Jungle Book. And I know for sure I would want like maps and stuff for, or like pirate for Peter Pan. I've done a few Peter Pans. I've done Peter Pan. I've done Peter and Wendy. I've also done, I've done a Tinkerbell. I really want to do another Tinkerbell. I'm going to have to get another glue stick. However, that is my last bit of Scotch Permanent. And y'all know that's my glue of choice. So I'm going to be using Craft Bond, which will be just fine because I'm going to be sewing around my edges anyway. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't go with Craft Bond. So if you don't sew, please go with something like Scotch Permanent. Okay, so let's go ahead and honestly, let's do this one first because I'm pretty excited. This is a kit that I haven't worked with yet. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm in love with this. That's so pretty. So let's go ahead and get our base covered. can just already tell that this is not going to catch very good. And I don't like using like a liquid glue. Like Fabri-Tac. See? Oh no. Because normally it would have already caught it. Let me scoot this up. Well, I got plenty of time to move it around, that's for sure. I'm gonna trim that off. I'm hoping it does a little good. So you can get those smaller bottles of the Scotch Permanent Glue Stick. That's the 28 ounces that you just saw right there. It's like a regular size glue stick. But I go through those so fast. But Costco, you can get a case of 24 for $7. So I feel like that's okay. And I'm just gonna do this number here. I'm just kind of making sure I'm folding straight, and all this is going to get trimmed off. And I now feel the need to be like, that's not me being sloppy, because somebody said my work is now sloppy. That's me working smarter, not harder. So I'm just going to wait until the very end because I know how it's going to work. Oops. And then of course everything gets trimmed, and then I do so around the front and the back cover. What I am going to do is lift this up some and make sure that I'm getting right there. I might even come with a straight stitch or like, you know, another stitch there just to be safe for myself. And I am going to just use this same piece here like so. And then we'll wrap that around. I hope that everyone is well today, that you're creating beautiful things that make your heart happy and your soul feel at peace, that you're trying new things. But I feel like eventually we all just kind of find our own style. I'm trying to butt that right up against that. And I did really good. The thing is, when you fold it, the paper sometimes likes to shift. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. Doing the same number here. And before I make that crease very, very defined, I'm just making sure I'm right up on the envelope. And that my fold is straight. I was looking for my bone folder. It has disappeared. Seriously. Oh no, there it is. This craft bond seems to be doing okay. I wouldn't trust it though. And there in that one spot, I am going to take this, oops, piece here. That's good, it was already catching it. I'm gonna cut it right about there though. That feels small. Might go a little bit bigger. And if I have to layer over that one piece, not the front part of my cover, and then I'll save that, and then I'll use that piece for like the doily pocket or something like that, or even collaging. So I'm gonna butt it right up against there, like so. Let me make this fold though first. So when you start to put a lot of glue and paper in there, it will tend to, you know, do that. I'm gonna trim that up. Let me go ahead and do that really quick. And then I do, and you know, next time what I'm actually going to start doing, because for one, that's very, very hard for me to see. I'm gonna not start putting it right up against that crease because I always cover my spine anyway. Where's my smaller scissors? Because that is just not working. It's gonna be fun to kind of go through my silks and see what I'm gonna use. Honestly, I feel like I wouldn't really have to cut this, but really trying hard not to cut my envelope, and praise God I did not. So it's pretty straight. It's actually very straight, but again, this is something's gonna go here, so again, I'm not too worried about that. All right. And I'm probably going, and I don't want to ink this because I want it to look like it's one paper. Do that little number right there. So it's pretty flush up against that. And again, if there's a little bit of white there, that's okay by me because I am covering the spine. And it does come over just a little. And then now I need to go ahead and trim that up on the top and the bottom. I can feel where my envelope is. But either way, it really wouldn't matter because it's however big I want to make it. I don't want it, you know, bigger than my envelope. But if it's smaller, that's fine. Or, you know, if I cut the envelope. Up at the top, there's literally not too much. I really wish my blade was not acting funny. And no, I haven't gotten another one. I do need to though. Right on the money. I'll snip that with my scissors. I say that and then I start picking at it. And then down here is where it's gonna be tricky, but not really because I can still see, because I can lift that. Oh, I did so good. That was a guess. Oh, that's pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. And then we're just going to set this off to the side. I'm going to sew around that, but let's just go ahead and cover this base also. We'll sew and then you will see what those two bases look like. And then I will start piecing together each journal. Now, the only thing is, I don't have any more of my chocolate sari silk, so I'm going to be using this like cappuccino ivory sari silk, which is still very pretty and it'll match this very nicely. Again, just really focusing on the outer, but then also really the center with this glue stick. My son's phone is super loud. Again, I'm not going to be all too worried about getting right up on that crease because then, I mean, it does make it harder to trim. And I am, again, covering that. Just going to go ahead and do the same number. And then it's a lot easier also if you just maybe put a little bit of glue there to get that down. I hope everyone is enjoying the holiday. If you normally work and you don't have to go to work, that's good. I hope you're enjoying your time off. I know the post office is closed. All banks. School's already out, so don't have to mention school. Let's go ahead and do our other piece. Guys, so I'm so excited. So Stacy from Two Sister Jam hosted an amazing raffle in my group yesterday. There was 4 winners. So she had 3 big bundles put together with laces, foreign ephemera. I mean, it was just and then of course like her book pages and then their awesome ledger. I won one and I won the bonus spin. So I was so excited. Oh no, she actually did 5 winners because then she spun it again. So it was such a good raffle. I'm so excited I won. Just, you know, making sure that that's going down. So I try to play in all the raffles because number one, it's not even really about winning for me. It's about supporting. But I seldom win. But again, that doesn't matter to me. Look at how cute this pen would be for that. But this is Tarzan, so we will leave it for Tarzan. Just trying to get as much glue as I can down on that. And again, we will come with this piece here, which I think will look really cute because of the butterfly. And I will go ahead and cut it right about there. And the reason why I was getting it down so, like pressing down where that glue was, is because I didn't want it to shift or move whenever I was trying to fold to kind of mark where I needed to cut it. And I'm going to go just a little bit bigger than what that seems to be. Let's do a little bit more. And if we overlap on that one piece, that's good, or, you know, fine. And we'll save that for collaging or a side strip or something. Let's go ahead and make this fold. Again, all of that's going to get trimmed and cut. Okay. And we will just line it up as best we can right there, and whatever else, we will just overlap that some. It looks kind of weird because it's not cut, but it'll look fine once it's all cut. Oh, that's good. All right, let's go ahead and trim it up. And again, up at the top, it's not very much, just very, very tiny amount. And you see how it cut my envelope open, but that's fine because I'm gonna sew, you know, or you could sew like this and leave that as a pocket up at the top. Here's one down at the bottom where it's a little bit more overhang. Yeah, so need to come a little bit more, or I could leave it. But I just don't like that down at the bottom it'll feel a little bit more flimsy. So that was good. That was right on it. And then, of course, I will sew around the front and the back. And yeah, those will be, the bases will be done. And we will be ready to do all the other fun stuff. I do sew around all of the pages before I sew my signatures in, and I just do a 3-hole stitch. I'm not your girl for that. That's for sure. If you're wanting smooth, it's always a very fun process for me. And I'm just gonna do, I have a Brothers sewing machine. It is LX3817G. That is the, I guess, code on it or whatever, the model, if you were interested. And I am using setting 17 and just using black thread that's already in my sewing machine. I'm gonna do the best I can. With keeping in frame. Since these are a little bit longer, I do have a back piece on the back of my desk. It does tend to hit it, so I have to be very careful or it will mess my sewing up. Again, going around the front and the back. I should probably come over just a little bit. Trying to stay as straight as I can. You can't really see. And I don't think that is as straight as what I could have been on that. Just a little bit. I'm gonna come here with a straight stitch. Connor, turn that down. My son's phone is super loud in there. I'm sorry, I was not trying to yell at y'all. Yeah, I feel like I would want to come with a straight stitch right there. I'm going to go ahead though and do the front part. I need to take this off my sewing machine. Really gonna have to order some Scotch Permanent. Come one more over. I do want to come here with something because, I mean, well, you know what though? I am going to be doing a writing spot there. This is down fine. I'm gonna leave that be. I'm gonna leave that be also. Because I am gonna be putting sari silk wrapped around right there. So that'll be fine. My concern is this right here. Let me though. It'll be fine because I'm doing a writing spot. So yeah, we're gonna leave it be. So you have the base for that one done, and I'm gonna go ahead and sew around this base. Sometimes, again, it's really hard to see where the fold is. Is my stitching? No, I thought it felt like my thread was bunching up. I think my bobbin is running out. Nope, that's fine. Maybe it was glue. over some. I like leaving some of that thread hanging just in case I want to leave it. Did good on that. Really good on that. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Gonna move that over some. You can use a file folder for these if you want. I just like to use envelopes. Going to be working on another ephemera holder for the line dot arrow and nonstop papercraft collaboration. The second week we're putting pockets in, but I had already put pockets in these boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and make, you know, like a little notebook ephemera holder, maybe with some little envelopes or a file folder. It's good. So we have 2 bases done. That's exciting. All right, I am actually gonna hop off of here and trim all of my pages and get busy working on this one first, and then I will print for the neutral one. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. We created 2 bases for 2 slimlines. So pretty easy peasy. Nuetral Blooms, Summer Blooms, Life's Ever After. Check her out. I'll link that and my Facebook group in the description box below. And please don't forget to hit like, comment so that I know that you're here. I love reading all your positive encouragement. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. Bye, guys.